the black and gold shoes. Shane Mosli has the white shoes. Here we go. Round one, scheduled for 12. Shane starts out with the first cut. Mosli to the right of your screen. Canelo Альварес to the left. So feeling out the great future Hall of Famer right now is Canelo Альварес. Shane reaching and touching. Альварес waiting and waiting. Seeing what he wants to do. Hasn't opened up offensively yet. We're just in the first moments of round number one.
I'm going to try to get a gauge about the speed of Mosli's jabs, how quickly they will be coming out. What about the rhythm of them? How rapid fire will they be?
He did throw his first punch when he gave his first feint, and he got Mosli to step with it. So when you get a guy to step with your feint, you can drop a big shot on him in a hurry.
It's also a big sign of respect from Mosli to Альварес.
Альварес hasn't thrown a punch yet. In a minute and then some is gone. This is his first jab. Surprised he waited a whole minute before he was throwing any punches.
Minute and a half now. There you go. Well, one of the things about Альварес is sometimes you see him start slowly, but when he gets into a rhythm, he stays in that rhythm. He doesn't get a rhythm and then lose it. When he gets a rhythm in the fight, it's usually great.
Well, he's thrown about 4 punches, and 3 of them landed, including, look at that shot there, that half uppercut. It's like what they call a slur in baseball. It's a half uppercut, half left hand. I mean, the guy can throw it very, very well. Uppercut and hook.
Mosli stepping to his left edge to jab him. Альварес can shuffle a little over to his right and cut Mosli off. He can drop a big right hand in there.
That's just what he's doing. So Canelo now knows that his hand speed is superior to that of Shane. I mean, Shane in his prime, his hand speed was phenomenal. And, well, Canelo really hasn't done anything here in the first round except a couple of flurries. It's easy to see that his punches are very, very hard. Mostly doing all he can, but he can't get through with his quicker hands because the fact of the matter is Canelo probably has quicker hands tonight. Jab has got through. Shane Mosli grazed right over the top of his head. Has the jab in the eyes of Canelo Альварес. Mosli in the first round. Mosli outboxed Альварес in the first round.
No surprise. Everything we saw, everything we said we saw was there. You see him waste the beginning of the round because he's trying to make weight. You got to make them investment. He's moving around at the beginning of the round because he don't want to fight a whole round. Keep stabbing it, Shane. Keep stabbing it, keep touching. All right? Don't let this guy waste time. He's a big man. He's ready.
Hay que trabajar mucha velocidad y mucho movimiento. Cuando se metas el pasito para atrás y rectealo. ¿Sale? Él tiene oportunidad en los primeros 3 rounds. Y él lo sabe. Ok, entonces hay que tener mucha atención ahí.
Ok, listo. No tenemos prisa, mi juez. No tenemos ninguna prisa.
Pensando fallar, hazlo para atrás. Déjalo corto y avialo, mueve la cinturita.
Very interesting what Nassim Richardson had to say to Shane Mosli. He said, this guy's a bigger guy. He doesn't want to fight the full round. So just keep touching him. You're doing fine, and he did fine in the first round. Shane right back to it again. Standing sort of straight up against this guy, isn't he?
The interesting thing is, why would the younger guy not want to fight the whole round going against the 40-year-old guy? Because Альварес would like to make Mosli use his legs to tire Mosli out over the course of the fight. So that's a reverse of a standard idea to put forward to him. Mosli is acting on that advice from Brother 19.
Well, as long as these punches aren't hurting Альварес, then, you know, the situation is such that he is wearing Mosli down by attrition here. But, I mean, you just get the idea there's so much more power in the hands of Canelo Альварес. Shane is getting through from time to time.
Watch your head, watch your head.
heads did come together. You heard referee Jay Nady yell at the two, saying, watch your head, watch your head. Last thing you want is a headbutt in what could be a classic fight this one. Finally, a right hand lands. Canelo gets that, again, that half uppercut, half hook through.
And you get the sense that Canelo is going to drop in a hard enough shot that the demeanor of Mosli will change and the hand speed will change, and then he will get more conservative. But right now, Mosli is brave as he inches ahead in his attack and puts more in.
And it's not that Альварес is doing nothing. It's that he's trying to position this guy in the room so he can see how he'll react. There's more to this than meets the madness. There we see him test the uppercuts of the first time. Back to the left hook. Big left hook again. And that's what he's famous for. Canelo's got his hands high, so when Shane's getting through, he's getting a lot of the glove too. Shane downstairs, back upstairs. He sat down on that punch. Альварес, for the time being, realizes he's in with a good one. Boy, he really loads that half uppercut to half hook, doesn't he?
And in many of his fights, he starts slowly, he studies, and then delivers big shots right after he decides how he's going to wage the fight.
Now, he just landed a big left hook to the right side of the cheek of Shane, and I think it shook him. His legs are a little bit wobbly. Another one on the chin of Shane. Uppercuts. Now he goes to work. 27, 26, 25 seconds to go in the second round. And this becomes a powerful round now for Canelo Альварес. Альварес is fully warmed up now.
Stop!
He's puffing beside both of those cheeks. Inside of 10 seconds to go in the second round. It's an Альварес round suddenly, especially in the last half of this minute. The last half of this round, I should say. It's an Альварес round.
Relájate, mijo. Relájese, agarra aire 10 segundos. Relájese.
You know, Dave, you said
Lo estás haciendo bien, dijo, ¿eh? Pásame la grasa.
The corner wanted to do.
Poco a poco, está lento, mijo.
Estamos haciendo bien,
Es peligroso porque está lento. Poco a poquito ya. La condición es fundamental. ¿Está bien?
Lo estás agarrando ya, tú eres más rápido para defenderte y para atacar que él. Pero si te me quedas aquí en un cambio de golpes, el buen contragolpeador te va a agarrar. Entonces hay que trabajar así, güey. Ya cuando esté un poco más lento, ahí es donde lo vamos a buscar un poco más.
No va a aguantar. Así como vas con idea.
En vivo. Ahora siempre.
What Dave, you said make him use the legs. The other thing is as soon as he gets hit with a big shot, and he did get hit with a nice left hook, his expression totally changed. Here we go, round 3. An interesting fight. Canelo Альварес, the world champion, 39-0. This is for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the world. And I see President of the WBC, Jose Suleiman, across the way. Always nice to see Jose in a fight. There's Shane getting through the hook, and then there's that uppercut with the right side. So here's that left half hook uppercut and a strong right uppercut.
Box.
Ray yells stop, and they do. Stiff jab now in the face of the Shane. Shane a little bit wild. Almost get the full butt of the right hand of Canelo. Canelo is very short and crisp with his right hand on the inside. Plants, not giving Shane a chance to push him back. There's the left hook in the right hand. Shane comes right back. I tell you this, for his age, he's doing a pretty good job.
For a young guy, he's really good at setting traps. Альварес getting Mosli to come in and commit, and then he's scoring with the hooks, and he's scoring with the uppercuts. We've even seen some good juggling by Альварес in this round.
Nothing low.
And what you're also going to see via Mosli, if there's any chance at all, an opening, he'll jump on.
Well, that left hook that Альварес just missed there, you could see with how much power he throws it, almost took him off his own feet when it didn't catch the chin of Shane Mosli. Now Mosli trying to work on the young champion. Inside again, he gets nailed with the left hook to the body. Shane paused with the left hand, snaps head back up. Big right hand again by Альварес. Альварес makes the champ miss and falls over his foot. Альварес in the corner. Lifts him up with a shot with the right hand, and then the left side. There's the uppercut again. On top of Shane. Time
Go over there. Time. You're back in the corner. You got to cut.
He got cut. The heads came together. Jay has ruled a headbutt, and Alvarez is cut.
Okay.
Time in, box. Positioning.
There's the stiff jab. I can't tell how bad the cut is, but it's not good anytime you're cutting that eye. I recall Alvarez being cut up before. Do you, Dave?
No.
Stiff jab by Alvarez on the inside. The heads come together because of the style of fighting. Chopping right in. Just raises the left jaw of the former five-time world champion Shane Mozli.
With the intensity of this fight, these guys waiting for positioning, especially Mozli, trying to get just a little bit extra jump and a little bit more power into a shot. Went too much with the head.
Well, we'll try to get a good look in between rounds to see how bad that cut is by the left eye, Canelo Alvarez. In spite of all that, I think Alvarez won the round.
Yeah, he did. 28-10. Total punches landed as well.
Nada, güey, relájate, no pasa nada, vas ganando la pelea, no te pienses que por eso tienes que alojarte.
No tiene nada en la cortada, todo está bajo control, mi güey. Todo está bajo control.
Let's take a look at how they come together here. The jab. Mozli dips. Mosley's responsible for that headbutt. And Alvarez got the worst of it. And looked at Mozli like, come on, man, what did you do that for? There's the uppercut, and then Mozli with his head. That Alvarez.
Announce yourself.
Here we go to round number 4. You know, there's a unique rule in the WBC days when in a championship fight a guy gets cut. The guy who gets cut actually picks up a point because the guy who doesn't get cut loses a point, which means that could be as much as a 10-8 round in favor of Alvarez. You got to remember that rule if it comes very close at the end.
It's important, and it has good justification here because it was Mozli who was responsible for that. So there's a benefit for Alvarez. The other thing is they've got to make sure they get outside of this round for the fight to become official.
And go to the scorecards. Right now, I have Alvarez leading 29-28, but it would be a no contest if they call this out before the end of the 4th round.
Mozli's fighting with the confidence of a guy who saw the blood, whether it was a bump or whether it's from a cut. He was fighting with that confidence that I'm doing some blood from this guy. I'm going to come out.
Stop!
That's what he's doing here.
Step back,
in round
back.
4. He's trying to get inside the jab and fight with more confidence inside.
We're in round 4. Shane Mozli popping away with the left hand but not getting a lot. Most of the fight in the leather of Alvarez. Alvarez throws his combination and catches Mozli twice. Mozli's done a nice job ducking down below the straight right hand. That is offset by the uppercuts of Alvarez. Alvarez goes down to the body. Very few body shots by either guy in this fight so far. They're really sort of head hunting. Shane 3, 4, 5 jabs in the face of Canelo, trying to get on top of that cut eye if he can.
And the difference maker in this fight in terms of the weaponry has been the left hook of Alvarez. Left hook to the body, left hook to the head.
And the good speed with that left hook, and then there's that half left, what I call half uppercut, half hook, that I think is sensational. And then he has a looping right hand that crashes to the left eye of Shane Mozli as Shane lingers on the inside. Canelo lingering a little bit on the inside too. Either throw or get out of there, especially when you're cut. He wants to line up another right hand. there he catches him with the right uppercut. Shane's right cheekbone is really puffed up. Neither fighter has been down. Go ahead. Sorry, Dad.
He's willing to pay the price to get in. And first to fight on Canelo. And the price is that puffy cheek.
06 seconds now, the fourth round. This has become a very interesting fight. I don't know, Mosli in that round? Or do you still think Alvarez won?
I still lean to Alvarez.
Yeah, I'm going to lean. I'm going to put it down 10 because I think the judge. And by the way, I know the judge is going to
Sorry. Ya no tiene nada, mijo. Nada tienes, cabrón.
I need you to bring the energy, Shane, like you want this thing. All right? The kid's not showing respect for you now, so now he's just doing what he wants. All right? Which is he's not doing nothing, so you can still take this round. All right? The left hand is working, but you're not bringing your hands behind it.
Así está trabajando bien, ¿eh? Hay que meter un poquito más de velocidad, mijo, ¿eh?
Sí.
Velocidad.
Y no te calientes.
Mucho
Mueve tu
ya,
cintura
velocidad
pintando. Es la pelea que habíamos dicho. Estás entero, no tienes ninguna cortada ni nada. Es la pelea que
Mucha
habíamos...
velocidad, güey. Mucha velocidad.
The MGM Grand Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, the setting for tonight's World Championship boxing. Saul Canelo Alvarez slightly up in front of this fight over Shane Mosli. Mosli has come to fight for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the world at 154 pounds. He had a cut in the eyebrow of Alvarez by a headbutt back in the third round, which might have given him a 10-8 round, depending if they're invoking this WBC cut rule, which they would do. I don't know any reason why they wouldn't. That's the rule of the WBC. A lot of people forget it. In that case, on my score sheet, Mosli would be behind by a couple of points.
Well, you've got Mosli throwing more and Alvarez landing more. Thus far in this fight, Alvarez's percentage is over 50% of his punches landed. That's a nice number. That's the number for a knockout puncher.
But remember, Dave, too, in that first round of the fight, Alvarez thinking he would start fighting in about a minute and what, 20, a minute 30 seconds in. He just felt out, took a shame. And yet, you know, I may have given Mosli that round because I thought he did more. But you knew that Alvarez was learning in that round what he wanted to do. It showed that he had power there.
He's been a heavy-handed fighter in the middle rounds of fights have been good to Canelo Alvarez. And he's in against one of the best fighters he's been in. But this looks like shades of the old Shane Mosli here. So Alvarez is worried if he's able to knock out this guy because Mosli's come to fight.
Well, this is the point where he picks it up. It was in the fifth round when he stopped Plymouth Citron in Mexico City in his last fight. And Alvarez has turned it up a notch. I might mention with that cut over his left eye, the corner's done a nice job to Saul. Good body shot. Shane claims a little bit low. Shane 80's not biting. He's been in too many championship fights that that fighter give him some faulty advice. Got the right hand through to Shane.
Now you've got Mosli trying to trade body shots with Alvarez, which is, you would think, not the recipe for him.
I agree and definitively say it's not the recipe with a heavy-handed Saul Alvarez, but Shane, you know, he's letting it go, everything he's got to try and win this title. But not only does whatever money he's making tonight, it means another multi-million-dollar payday for him on another Mayweather card, maybe in the fall or early winter, as opposed to losing and probably retiring. But he's certainly made a case for himself in this fight so far.
Time!
Well, Shane forced that round, even though Canelo probably landed the heavier blows. I think some judges will give it to Mosli.
It could be a split one as well, depending on what perspective they like. He looked good that round, though.
Atrás, ya va para abajo, ¿eh? No puede aguantar, nomás bien tranquilito, solito va a ir entregándose y cayéndose. Él va, cada vez va a salir a entregarse, ¿ok? Esperando un golpe, no quiero que te den ese golpe. Nomás está un solo golpe, vamos.
Cárgate, relájate.
Ya está jalando mucho aire.
Toma aire. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Bien.
Bien. Ya va para abajo, ¿eh? Nomás no te vas a aventar, ahorita te quiso agarrar un counter point, güero, ¿eh? Ponte listo. A ver, hijo.
Todo bien, todo bien.
Canelo loading up the right hand, blocked there by Mosli, but the jab gets through. That's what happens when you keep your balance. One shot doesn't get through, the second one does.
That was the best punch to land, but still Mosli was busier and landed more, so it's pretty close. Going to the second half of the fight, this is round number 6 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. I'm the Colonel Bob Sherman, Dave Bontempo. Our principals in there, to the right of your screen, Saul Canelo Альварес, the reigning champ at 39. He's taking on one of the pound-for-pound greatest fighters in the last decade, and Shane Mosli, who's 46-7. 6-time world champion in 3 weight divisions. A sure first ballot Hall of Famer. And he's come to make the case for himself to win this fight tonight. And my score sheet is any indication. It's either dead even or Альварес may be only a point ahead, which is quite remarkable. You wonder when Альварес is really going to turn it up, but it's right around this part of the fights that he does.
The middle rounds have been good for him, but what he is facing here as well is that Mosli is really feeling it right now. And bringing his best in this straight-ahead type of slugfest here. Not even bothering to jab the way in, just going in and trying to work on the body. That's the personality this
Hold his
fight
head down.
has taken up.
I'll tell you, this is the best I've seen Shane in a long
Watch your head.
against a really great young fighter. It's not a big upset here, Dave, or is Canelo still too much strong
That was low, abajo.
for this guy?
I think Canelo is still on the edges of having the upper hand, but this has been an excellent Mosli. An intense Mosli. The only separator is that the big shot, Canelo delayed that and changed the direction of the fight a little better than Mosli can.
Yes, for sure. The heavier blows are landing off the hands, the thunderous hands of Saúl Canelo Альварес. Body shot, looking right hand, big right hand again. Pushes back Shane, he tries the counter, comes off the ropes. Little shoe shine punches, that doesn't hold off Альварес as he comes in and bangs him with the right hand. It looks like he's got a second gear going right now. Shane just pause with the left hand. Альварес backs him with the straight left hand down the middle. Goes to the body, looking to slam the big uppercuts on the inside.
And Shane Mosli, by fighting straight ahead, maybe preserving some energy for himself, but that puts him directly into the path of that left hook to the body by Альварес.
Now, Альварес has been involved in a couple of close rounds the last couple of rounds, but he's certainly winning this round with 13, 12, 11 seconds to go. Nice round for Альварес, but as I say that, I see the blood begin to trickle down. At this stage, you go with the scorecards, even if the fight is stopped. And the bell ends the 6th round. Альварес slightly out in front.
The beautiful nighttime view
7 coming.
in Las Vegas. We saw it all day with the sunshine, and as it sets, the hot action inside.
And I'll tell you, these championship weekends really bring in the crowds. This Las Vegas, the economy has been a little hurting in the past, but boy, it's back summa cum laude because the crowds, and it's not just in this hotel, the MGM, it's all over town this fight weekend. People are here to really enjoy it.
You would defy anybody to use the word recession here this week, the way we have seen the crowds all come out, restaurants, showrooms.
I mean, we had to
eat the cab lines for us, an hour to get from one place to the other.
We had to stay over at the Hard Rock last night after the fight because we couldn't get a cab, so we ended up eating over there. And the entire restaurant, every place was jammed. That's great for Las Vegas, and that's why the fights are so important for this fight time. All right, here we go, round number 7. Las Vegas, MGM Grand Garden Arena. Canelo Альварес slightly out in front of my score sheet against Shane Mosli. Of course, Canelo doesn't understand English, but he understands the word stop, I'm quite sure. Jane 80 gives voice commands, and you can hear him. In the 7th round, As we mentioned in the last round, Mosli has made a good account of himself. He's hanging on now, trying to make it a little bit sloppy, trying to work on the inside with that jab, trying to catch it on the left eye brow of Saul Альварес, who was cut back in the third round of the fight. Альварес taking some time off here, but he shows his strength by pushing Mosli back.
He looks a little tired after everything he expended in the last round and having a dominant round.
Watch your head.
Mosli.
Like a basis.
Mosli continues to press forward with a ton of confidence. And for Альварес, he should time an uppercut on Mosli coming in, because Mosli is right for it.
And just as you said it, Dave, you couldn't see it because Jay Nady was standing right in front of you. But there was a right uppercut and a left on it uppercut, just as you were saying it. So maybe he's listening to you. And there's a nice three-punch combination there. Left hand, right hand, left hand. Now's the time for the uppercut too. Boom, the overhand right catches the back of the head of Jay. Don't want to turn your back on this rough Mexican from the streets of Guadalajara. He's a terrific fighter and he's tough. And he's in the second up here. There you go, Dave. You uppercut again. He's really starting to chop up Shane, and Shane has a really beaten look at his face right now, and his legs are a little bit jellied in the knees.
Well, this has been a terrific pace on this fight. Awesome fight, the way these guys have both brought their A game.
Blood begins to trickle from the left eye of Canelo Альварес. He comes with that uppercut. Look at the hand speed of Альварес in the power. Mosli taking the shots, getting his head bounced back by young Saul Альварес. Canelo Альварес to the body. Back upstairs, bounces out again. Swings him into the corner, and Shane won't let him stand. Jay gets in there the whole piece with 23, 22, 21, and 20 seconds to go in what has turned out to be standing
Like a
away.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
Look at the word I used a little while ago. I agree with you. Good. We're seeing something special.
We're seeing perhaps the last of the great champion, but he could still pull an upset. But the power of Альварес has been something to behold here as he wins his seventh round.
That's your best round, baby. You're forcing back in the corner. You can't see what we see, Shane. When you engage him, you don't want it back. He's fighting because as soon as he starts fighting, you stop. That's the only reason he's fighting. Every time you hurt him, he starts firing to keep you from punching anymore. As soon as you start punching, as soon as he starts punching, you stop. We need you to step to this guy, son. You got him bleeding from everywhere. We need you to step to this guy and get it done, man. Need both.
Tome aire, mi juez. La grasa, la otra.
With Mosli coming straight at him, Альварес with the jab, the straight right hand. We saw a lot of uppercuts. There was another one in that round. And we also saw the heads coming together again. As opposed to he styled these guys. Fortunately, it hasn't happened since the early part of the fight.
All right, here we go. Round number 8 at the End Gym Rand Garden Arena. This is getting tough and it's getting interesting. And it's a lot closer than we thought it would be if we get to the 8th round of this fight. Альварес is out in front in the fight, but Shane is in the fight. You see Richardson, I think, was trying to juice Shane up. I don't think that in any way he thought that Mosli won the last round, but he wants Mosli to fight for the full 3 minutes of every round and try to keep pressure on this guy, Альварес. Альварес can work off the ropes as Shane grabs onto his hands. Jay pulls him off the ropes, and again, he warns both fighters about their heads. Jay just turns his hands up like, gee, I can't do any more than I'm doing.
Watch your head, Shane.
Mosli coming straight ahead like this shortens the fight, takes time off the clock, allows him to find some room on the inside and go. Sushan stuck at one, does manage to get through. In the meantime, stylistically, if he gets close enough, he can try to smother Альварес. Альварес, I still think he's spent a little more time on the outside.
Now, those are what's the result of when he does fight from the outside, because of all that stuff Shane Mosli threw, nothing happened. And Альварес has thrown 3 or 4 punches here in the last fight, and they've all hurt Shane Mosli. With that said, look at the blood trickling down. Mosli went to turn his back, and Альварес didn't stop. Uppercuts, blocks him with the left hand. Right hand on top of the left cheek of Shane Mosli. Rolling sort of speed bag punch by Shane and doesn't hold Альварес back. Альварес is so strong, but he has to hang on. There's a big fatigue factor for both guys. Shane has been this far so many times. And by golly, I gotta say, no matter what happens in this fight, I really admire Shane. I didn't think he had one last big round. And he may not win this fight. And he certainly, well, he's already won my heart, but he certainly won my admiration tonight.
And you would have been hard-pressed in Las Vegas this week to find somebody who did think he had a big effort left in him.
Watch your head, Shane.
What you're seeing now, even more special from the Mosli perspective.
Because this kid, Saul Canelo Альварес, is an extraordinary young fighter. And he's giving it all he's got too. And it's taking all he's got because of the experience of Mosli. And Mosli is certainly motivated, thinking it might be his last fight in his career. And he got himself in great shape for this fight. Missing the shot.
Watch your head,
As
Shane.
Альварес, you don't say anything Mosli going to win that round. I mean, I know there were shoe-shining punches.
Time.
But they were right above us, and we could see that. But they steal the eye of judges. Альварес still won
Te
that.
está tallando mucho la nariz, digo, por eso sigues. Te talla, un poquito, pero todo está bien, ¿eh?
Four rounds to go in this fight. Place sure has filled up since we first started calling the fights 3 fights ago. If you joined us late, Carlos Quintana stopped DeAndre Lattimore in the 4th round of their fight, actually the 6th round of their fight. Then the Jesse Vargas-Steve Forbes went all the distance, with Vargas winning the fight by unanimous decision. And this one's very close right now, with Альварес, I think, slightly out in front in the fight. This is round 9, MGM Grand Garden Arena. Along with Dave Montep on the Colonel Bob's shoulder. The guy facing with the red hair, the yellow trim and the black trunks, with his back to now, is Canelo Альварес. Look at Shane Mosli, standing in front of his trunks. Chopping hands again, taking on the gloves. See Shane has got sugar on the front of his trunks. There's that right hand on the inside again.
Альварес was able to time the uppercut that time. As Mosli walked in the first time into a right-hand lead and was able to score with it. And when he came in again and tried to tie Альварес up, and Альвarez landed the uppercut. Now,
Stop!
He doesn't want to let the veteran steal time like this. Watch Mosli as he's coming in and tying up Альварez. He's turning a 3-minute round into maybe a 2-minute and 20-second round. And that's how a 40-year-old chops off time and stays in it. If you want to fight the 40-year-old guy and have him fade, you need to move a little bit and make him move more.
And of course, there's a lot of fatigue factor on Альварez because either one of these guys has stopped throwing. The mere fact that a 40-year-old athlete can sustain the kind of pressure he's trying to keep on Альварez, to me, is absolutely phenomenal. Both the eyes of Sugar Shane are almost shut. He hasn't been cut, but Альварez has. Going back to the 3rd round, his corner's done a great job. Jay Navy has done a terrific job throughout, trying to keep it nice and clean, warning them about their heads. There's Альварez on the assault now, trying to land some heavy stuff. Catches him upstairs. Shane says, I'm okay. That's usually an indication he got hurt.
Well, with the left hook right in front of us a few moments ago, they changed that. There was 2 quick jabs and then a hook to the body by Альварez, and then there was a telling blow. He hurt Mosli with that.
Yeah, he looks like he's breaking Mosli down right now with 47 seconds to go in the 9th round. But with all the punches he's throwing, these are good body shots. And you remember the early portion of the fight, and say, where are the body shots? Well, they're here now. And they're really taking the steam out of Sugar Shane Mosli.
There's the uppercut. From the outside, he gets in. Now Альварес was the one firing first on the exchange instead of Mozli.
Well, Альварес got hit right on top that time. Even though he was spinning his head, that was a tearing blow by Mozli on top of that left hand, left eye. A nice uppercut, which may have staggered Shane a little bit, but he's in such great shape, he keeps firing. Crowd loves it.
Time!
I don't know, Dave. These rounds are getting really close.
That's an Альварес round, though. More meaningful shots for him. And this really has a classic. Two guys.
What you got in you, son? What you got in you? Huh? Let me try. You good?
I'm good.
You good?
Hey, throw those left hooks in the body. You can't take that shit.
All right, Shane.
All right? Throw
Hey,
those
you all right?
left hooks in the body.
Good.
Right hand.
He's good.
He's getting weak.
Shane.
Time to throw those left hands to the body.
He land one big shot just to get you off of him, Shane.
Here is Альварес on the attack. Good left hook to the body. Drove Mozli back, and that was a game changer in that round. Then the right hand, and he dominated from this point on. Left hook, the uppercut scored, he landed a big left hook after that. That was a dominating and eventful sequence for Альварес.
As close as portions were of that last round, you got to give it to Альварес, though, because he actually hurt Mozli with that body shot, which is right next to the heart. All right, here we go. This is the 10th round. It's not the 10th and final round. This is a 12-round WBC super welterweight battle. And Shane Mozli has come and made a good account of himself, but Альварес is out in front of the fight. Альварes faces Shane, stands in front of him. Who can get a good, strong second win? Альварes cut goes back to the 3rd round by an accidental headbutt. But at this stage of the fight, no matter what happens, it goes to the scorecards. Shane tries to get that left jab to face into Альварес. And the reason he's trying to do that is to distract him and get the left hand down so he can blast him on top of that cut with the right hand. I agree with you, Dave. I think that Альварес needs to pick up the pace right now and not let this guy hang around and stay in his fight.
He is outlanding him in the power department. He's landing at more than 50% for the fight, which is extraordinary.
Don't grab his head.
Альварес. But if you let Mozli come to you and short the fight, tie you up, you don't know what's going to happen. Utilize your youth. Stay outside. Use the angles. Let Mozli make a mistake in coming into you. Don't give him access into the kill zone.
You don't want to leave this fight in the hands of the judges. Both guys have worked too hard. Halfway through the 10th round now. Jay has warned Shane several times and said, no, can't push him down. Good left hook landed by the champion, Альварес. Альварес right in the face of Shane right now with power. Shane moving to his right, loads up his right hand, blocking the back of the glove of Альварес. Альварес right in front of him, goes to that body shot downstairs with a half uppercut again. Lines himself up for the right hand, throws the right hook, and it's a half hook, and then it should be described as a cross, but it had that hooking arc to it.
Mozli finally starting to show a little bit of fatigue with the arm punches. They're lagging just a little. That's why he walked into that left hook by Альварес right here. You know, with the pace these guys have set, 40-year-old guy, Mozli trying to turn back time, but he left his punches out there, and Альварес caught him.
And Альварес now on top of him. Oh, nice uppercut. That one almost lifted Mozli off his feet. Альварес gets so much more power, but he's cut very bad by that left side. Shane tries to get on in combination of punches, pick up some belt in the 10th round. And that's an Альварес round. Альварес out in front by 4. My score sheet shows it 97-94. but then there's the penalty point from
Shane's
WBC.
corner wants me to stop the fight, but they don't want to do it.
We've got that uppercut, Dave. I'll let you take that to describe it for our fans here. But it was extraordinary. Watch this.
We're talking about the uppercut all night. Set it up, use it. And that's a great example of it there. It wasn't an isolated one-punch shot. He set it up and drilled Mosli with it.
Face really swollen, but he's not huffing and buffing too much. And now Альварес realized what it means to fight a Hall of Famer at the young 23 years age that he is. He's 39-0, looking for his 40th win at age 23. And defend his title for the third time. All right, this is round number 11. And, oh, big left hook that time by Gunnar. Caught Альварес, but didn't shift.
Stop! Thank you, Bokс.
Well, the power numbers only do show you everything but the jab, but Альварес 20-5 over Mosli in that last round. And Альварes 20 did have big power.
Oh, big power, David. I'm glad you got those figures. This is round 11. Shane now with a soft punches right now. Tries to get a body shot through to Альварес, and he does, but Альварes is walking away from him. There's no damage done. This is Альварes with the legs planted bars. Now tries to set up and land another body shot. And his idea is shoot giant punches really catch the beat to the head of Sugar Shane. And Shane's face looks like he's been through a meat grinder right now. He's not cutting, he's really pumped up.
Even so, he's enjoying some power punch fun in this round. Mosli's on some good right hands. And he forced Canelo to actually go lefty for a second and then square up.
Shane plants now because Canelo comes in, catches him again. And it's back and forth as it seesaws here in the 11th round. Shane, in my opinion, needs it desperately, but there have been some close rounds in this fight.
Boy, how heavy the arms have to feel after 11 rounds of this. These guys have been landing at an astoundingly good clip, throwing a lot of punches, heavy punches. And this is a real test of your will, man.
Chopping right in. You know, when I played ice hockey, Dave, I get in a fight that lasts a couple of minutes, and I was of course, I mean, this is my 923rd world title fight tonight, this one. And I'm still amazed. How did these guys go? I mean, we're in the 11th round. They're still winging shots. I couldn't even lift up my arms.
This has been a tremendous fight. No downtime. Nobody taking time off at all. Mosli trying to do everything he's got in him. Everything.
Stop!
Absolute classic.
Break.
No matter how this comes out, Mosli came here in the best possible condition a 40-year-old man to be in. This is absolutely sensational stuff. I mean, Bernard Hopkins fought at 40 years old at this level, but this is just, I mean, you're talking about the best fighters in the world in the history of boxing.
Stop, time.
I mean, just on this performance, it could hypothetically perform the difference for him.
Could let him get into another fight.
You can't talk about stopping, no. This kid fighting at the end of each round. This kid ain't fighting until the end of each round.
This is the last round. Yeah, we know.
When you hurt him, he starts throwing his hand.
Last round, it's the última.
Último, todo bien, vamos.
Agarra ahí, es el último round, Ten cuidado.
Va a salir a matar el cabrón, no te enfrentes a él, no lo choques. No lo choques.
I got a 107
Pásame la grasa, ¿qué pasó?
¿Esa? ¿Qué va? Protector.
Jesse Reyes from Texas. CJ
12. They got a table, get picture tape.
All right, here we go with the 12th and final round. And it has been nothing short of a sensational performance by both fighters.
Last round, última.
Canelo opens up with a good, solid left hook to the right side of the Shane, and Shane's head is really puffed up. Canelo, as you know, has been cut going back to the third round, but it's not trickling just yet.
Back.
Jay trying to keep those heads apart in this final round. Shane cracks him with the right hand. The jab in the face of Canelo. I agree with you, Dave. I think Canelo should just put his ears back, let his youth take over, and let fly with nothing but power shots here.
Box.
It's been working for him whenever he's decided to engage, especially from the outside. Well, he has had to be
Don't grab his head. Stop.
Canelo
Stop.
to be ahead of Mosli in this fight. If Canelo was down, not quite up to it tonight, Mosli would have unseated.
And if he got knocked down, Dave, I wouldn't want to leave it to score and answer the judges down now.
Don't throw him.
Jay has done a great job keeping this fight on the up and up in terms of roughness, because both fighters from time to time have done some rough things. The heads have come together, but it's been a clean fight. Most of the what you would call less than clean stuff has been accidental in terms of low blows and the heads coming together. Shane comes in, and in a minute 22 seconds, Альварес munched up a final flurry to make it definitive here.
And to become a totally great fighter over the course of time, you need tests like this. And for Альварес, this is the most speed, the most style, the most savvy that any opponent ever gave him. And he was forced to grow throughout this fight.
That cuts open up bad now on the left eye of Альварес, who was just about to be able to finish the fight. As Альварес coming on, you hit the reaction of the predominantly Mexican crowd as Альварес does come on now for the final 44, 43, 42 seconds of this fight. Альварес with the uppercut, trying to take Sugar Shane down. A brilliant performance by the five-time world champion Shane Mosli. An even more brilliant performance by Canelo Альварес, who we believe is going to retain his championship.
Stop.
20 seconds ago as Jay separates them. Big shots as Canelo would like to finish it strong. Same as the case for Shane, but how either one of them give anything up is beyond me. It's been one hell of a fight. Canelo tries to nail him one last time. Shane digs to the body, and the bell ends the fight. I would say everybody would like to see that one again. Terrific fight. The entire crowd is on its feet.
And you're also going to see it again on the classics. Classic fights. We'll be seeing this again because these guys gave toe-to-toe action, never backed up, never a round off. Absolute intensity and energy from the beginning of round one all the way to the end. A pace that looked difficult to sustain, and yet these guys were able to sustain it.
Well, I eventually scored at 117, 112, but then with the WBC penalty, we go down 117, 111 in favor of Альварес. There were a lot of close rounds, so we'll wait and see. Guess how the judges saw this fight. I'll tell you one thing. You know, they asked us in the production truck, does this mean that Shane can sustain and extend his career? The answer to me right now is yes. And I wouldn't want to see Shane fight anymore, to be honest with you, because I think he has nothing left to prove in the ring.
No, but the reflexes you thought might be slowed. All the things, as you take a look at who will judge this, all the things you would expect to see in a guy that's had ring wars did not show up for him in Shane Mosli.
Mauricio and Jose Suleiman, president, vice president of the WBC in there. To them, WBC, they'd like to be able to put that around the Mexican. And Saul Canelo Альварес. Shane has represented the WBC many, many times. Michael Buffer standing by now, and we're just about to make it official. We'll get the official scoring and see if the young champ has retained his title.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of championship boxing, we go to the scorecards here at the MGM Grand. Jesse Reyes scores it, 119-109. C.J. Ross, 118-110. Glenn Trowbridge, 119-109 to the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated and still WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Saul Canelo
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the six-time world champion, Super Shane Mozli.
Michael Buffer's call for applause for Sugar Shane Mozli. He certainly deserves it. Taking a look at our scorecard at 117-111. Right in the ballpark, baby boy. C.J. Ross had it 118-110. The other two judges had it 119-109. So we gave one more round to Mozli, or at least I gave a couple of even rounds there because I thought the judges were split on, and they were. But I'm really glad to see that the judges here got it exactly right. That's terrific because it would have been a sin to have any controversy, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen in our next fight tonight, our main event, when it comes up. Saul Canelo Alvarez now really, really looks terrific. Larry Merchant is with the winner.
An opponent who you had so much admiration for as a youngster.
No, para mí fue una gran experiencia. Esto es el inicio de mi carrera. Gracias a toda la gente por el apoyo.
It's a great experience. This is the beginning of my career.
Gracias a Mozli por darme su experiencia.
Thank you for Mozli for giving me his experience.
You were cut for the first time. Is that also an experience that you needed?
Así es una